back to that. All right, Sam, you're gonna hang out in there. Good. I don't know. We'll see how that goes. Hey, Suzanne.
Hi.
Nice to see you.
You too. I'm still kind of getting set up, but I'm here.
Oh, bro. Oh. All right. Okay. And this is what it is, man. So let's do that. Stir again. Messed that angle up. Sticks.
So
It
how's
might
everything in
be-
Texas?
Oh, it's hot.
Hot?
It might just be the two of us today.
Wow. That
Yeah,
would be,
Friday's usually a pretty big group, but there was something happened to the calendar that it disappeared. And
yes, I noticed that.
yeah, so I don't know if people are going to be able to find their way on or not. I know I put Zoom ID and password every time I put my schedule up, so we'll see.
Yeah. Plus it's a beginning of a holiday weekend,
Yeah, yeah.
so that could have something to do with it too.
This is the last one that I'll be doing of these, and from here on, starting next week, will be in a new online studio.
Oh, yeah, I heard there was going to be an online studio.
Yeah, that starts Monday.
I was out of town for a week, so I'm kind of just getting back into everything yoga like.
Right on.
So, yeah, so I just barely caught that there's going to be this new online school. And then I've been, of course, spending the week kind of getting caught up with work stuff since I was gone. So I'm a little behind with yoga, but I'm here,
Good.
ready.
Hey, Dion, welcome.
Hello.
Glad you're here.
Glad I made it. Almost
Yeah.
didn't.
So yeah, this will be the last one of these that I do. They're gonna from starting Monday. I'll be over in the new online yoga studio.
Mhm.
Have you seen the information on that yet?
No, I did not. So what does that mean?
Steph has started up an online yoga studio, separate but tied to online yoga school. And so these group classes are going to be like the classes like we do Monday, Tuesday, Friday, like I do there. They're going to be in the yoga studio, and a few of the other teachers will be putting on classes there as well. Me and a few other teachers will continue doing 200 and 300 hour curriculum based study groups. Those will still be in existence. Like I'm going to start a 200-hour yoga philosophy study group and a 300-hour study group. But these sort of classes are now going to be in the yoga studio, which that'll be a subscription service. But man, I think it's like $10 a month, first month free, no contract, none of that nonsense. And you get full access to the library. Everything's recorded and uploaded. So it's pretty cool. It'll be a good thing.
Oh, so do you know if that went out already? Because I don't know if I saw that yet.
Yeah, it should be. There should be an email that went out yesterday.
Okay, I'll check.
And there's stuff on the Facebook community forum.
I'll check.
So yeah,
Okay,
it should be.
Yeah, and the schedule should be updated, correct, Steve? The online schedule?
Yeah, there's going to be a calendar showing the new curriculum-based classes, which, like this login that I use, that you used today, that'll be the same login.
Okay.
And the studio will have the schedule for those classes inside the studio.
Thank you.
And it should all be accessible from your dashboard.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Appreciate it.
You're very welcome. Aaron, hello, Christina. Hey, I can't remember, Tina or Tina?
Tina.
Say again?
Tina, can you hear me?
I got you, Tina. All right, cool. Thank you. Thank you. Good deal. All right. All right, I'm just gonna start muting people out. I'm hoping everybody hears me. If you would please make sure your device is set to speaker view, that would be cool. It looks like we got 100% cameras on, so that's awesome as well. That really helps me out. One more time, just a little housekeeping. This will be like the last one of these I do for OYS. They're moving my group classes over in the OYS, Online Yoga Studio. So you'll catch me there for these. I'll still be on OYS for curriculum-based study groups doing, I'm doing a 200-hour philosophy and then just an open 300-hour study group. And that should all be making its way into the community page, into the website, the dashboard. You should be seeing stuff on that. If it's not already there, it'll be there very soon. Pardon. Today's practice is going to be a little shorter than usual. We normally run 60 to 90 minutes. It's going to be a little shorter. I got to jump off of this one right into another one. I was last minute invited guest appearance thing, some stuff. So let's get right into it, shall we? How about let's start in child's pose. And if you're not familiar with child's pose, it's really no big deal. Just go to all fours, hands and knees. Push your seat back to your heels. Take your arms out front as long as you like. You can sweep them down the side of your body. There's all kinds of possibilities. But just basically get comfortable, grounded, and just kind of get chill for a minute or two as we lay a foundation for this practice. And time is short today, so I encourage you to really make the most of each pose that you choose to do. But as always, you pick and choose. There's no rule saying you got to do every pose I offer. There's no rule saying you got to do the pose exactly the way I cue it. There are some boundaries to consider. Safety. If it hurts, or if it just doesn't reconcile with your discernment, well, that means to modify or to discard. And what about calmness? Right now, as you begin to slip into deep, steady breathing, that'll establish your state of mind of calmness. If that breath changes to where it's no longer deep and steady, well, that means we're not calm. So take a beat, go child's pose, return to the breath, and then jump back in, because there's no big deal missing a pose or two. It's all good. So we'll just breathe through the nose, breathing deep, full inhales, full exhales. I mean, become enamored with your breath, fall in love with it, spend time, and make the breath cycle even. They got this term called samavriti, even turning. So inhales are matching exhales, exhales are matching inhales, and it just becomes this sweet, smooth rhythm that your mind just follows into a place of calm stillness. That calm stillness, concentration, become a meditation. Well, that right there, that's the yoga. The rest of this stuff is just creative movements to touch and care for your physical body. So let's start doing some creative things. Let's reach hands out in front and press into palms sweetly. Make fingers wide, hands a stable width. Tuck your toes under and ride an exhale right into down dog. Begin lifting your knees, straightening legs, lifting hips and butt, dropping head and chest. Yeah. Now this could be your first active pose of the day, first down dog. Another day, another down dog, right? So maybe knees are a little bent. But sure, we could have a head drop, neck soft. The degree of pressure you place in palms is going to really dictate how intense it is on upper body strength. Heels fall back wherever they may land. It could be touching the mat. It may not be touching the mat. That doesn't matter. How does it feel along the back side of your legs? We just kind of dip into this pose until we find a place where there's sensation. And then once you feel the pose, well, now the pose is working. Anything beyond that, we start to delve into the realm of ego, vanity, those sort of things. Take another deep breath of air in, pull in, and then exhale. Just bring both knees to the mat, but bring them together so they're touching. Open your feet and ankles a little wider than hips, and just start walking your hands back as you lower your seat towards the mat. It might not reach the mat. It might go to a block, or maybe you do sit down all the way. If you find that this is a little bit fragile on your knees, keep weight in your hands. So whether your hands are down or not, you can sure bring shoulders over hips, right? Cool. And if it feels okay, maybe you put your hands on your thighs, or you can put palms together, thumbs right at the center of your chest. And let's keep dipping into that state of mind by bringing your focus within the perimeter of your mat. Now we're just making some space, kind of detaching from schedules and budgets and stuff like that, the things. Sure, they're still with us, but we're making some space. Good. Bring your hands back to the mat out front there, and open knees about hips width. And just step your feet back to upper push-up position. We'll call that child's pose. Or not child's pose, plank pose, pardon me. And in plank, feel your hips and your shoulders about the same height. The shoulders are over wrists, not behind wrists. Feel that. You'll notice that sensation. Now here's a way to kind of line up down dog. Once you have your plank just dialed in, it feels strong and steady. Take a breath. Now over your exhale, lift your butt up and away, drop your head and chest. Wow. So plank really just sets you up so nicely for down dog, right? Good. No, we're not here for long. How about 2 breaths in, 2 breaths out? On your second exhale, just lower your right knee to the mat directly below your right hip. Now let's do this. Let's lift left leg straight behind you. Just reach that left foot, the sole of your left foot towards the back wall. Keep both hands on the mat. We do power yoga cat cows. Are you ready? You with me? On an inhale, lift your left leg, lift your eyes, push your belly down. Over exhale, drop your head and crunch your left knee to your right elbow. Inhale, lengthen out, lift your leg, lift your eyes, belly down. Exhale, crunch your left knee, drop your head, crunch knee towards nose, round your spine. Inhale, lengthen out, left leg lifting, eyes lifting, belly down. Now breathe out and crunch, left knee to left elbow, rounding your spine, dropping your chin. Wow. Inhale, take left leg straight back, neutral spine, nose pointed at mat. Reach your right arm forward. Yeah, a little bird dog, broken table, spinal balance, or just balancing on a hand and a knee. Take a breath of air in. Exhale, crunch your right elbow to your left knee. Now pay attention, pay attention. This time on an inhale, Open your left leg to the left wall, your right arm to the right wall. Broken airplane. Woo! Exhale, crunch your knee to your elbow. Inhale, leg back, arm forward. Yeah. Stay here for a few breaths and just play with pressing into your left palm. Feel some pectoral, some tricep, some deltoid. I'm making this up as I go. I really hope we get this on the other side. One more breath. Lengthen and lift. Now exhale, set everything on the mat. Ooh. Take your right leg straight back. Both hands stay down on the ground. Good. Right leg is back, nose pointing at mat. Over inhale, lift right leg, lift eyes, belly goes down. Exhale, crunch right knee, left elbow, tuck chin, round spine. Inhale, lengthen your leg, lift it, lift eyes, power yoga, cow. Exhale, crunch, knee to nose, round spine. Inhale, lengthen and lift. Exhale, crunch, knee to same side elbow. I guess this is the right side. Tuck chin, round spine. Now inhale, take right leg straight back, neutral spine, nose at mat, and reach your left arm forward. Yeah, good. Just take a minute to level out your hips. You can feel it. You don't need a mirror. And just take a moment to lengthen. Find some stability, some pressure and contraction. Good. Now take a big breath of air. Full inhale. Exhale, crunch right knee to left elbow. And if you're with me, inhale, open your right leg to right wall, left arm to left wall. It's like a crazy airplane. Now exhale, crunch elbow to knee in. Inhale, right leg back, left arm forward. Exhale, stay here. One more breath, lengthen and lift to your degree. Exhale, set everything down. Walk your feet back to the plank pose. Groovy. Yeah, you can always flip wrists if you need to. And just kind of line up your plank with sensation. Feel that strong point. You just found it a minute ago. And, I'm going to ramble for a minute, so you can always use knees if you want. It's the same thing, just less intensity. But I got to find some words to take up the time it takes to get some warmth on you. So, yeah, that should do it. Take a deep breath of air. Now, knees up or knees down. Bend elbows and begin to lower with control. As you go down, let your biceps and elbows brush your ribs. You can stop halfway or you can go all the way down. Now release the tops of your feet. Inhale, press into your palms, lengthen your arms and without lifting your thighs. It's called cobra or up dog. Exhale, come on down. Let your chin touch the mat. Inhale up to cobra again, just moving over the breath. Exhale, come on down. We're going to do 5. That was the second one. So breathe in for the third one. That's it. It's an inhale to cobra, then an exhale right back down. Dos mas. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, come on down. Let's take that beat tour that we're kind of familiar with. Open your arms like wings. Maybe sweep them back like a jet airplane. And on an inhale, begin to lift thighs, arms, and torso to a moderate degree. We're not going full blown because, well, you're going to be here for a while and you want to be here longer than 3 seconds. And full blown, well, you burn out in about 3 seconds. So moderation, right between too much, not enough. Good. Now you can do some things here. You can rotate palms towards the ground and really start dipping into triceps by contracting your triceps. Yeah. You can tuck your chin and reach the top of your head long, or you can look up. It's sort of up to what your neck is feeling. You can press the balls of your feet towards the back wall. And now that we're at the last couple seconds, now go ahead and explore height. Maybe you lift a little higher. One more big inhale. Exhale, hands at cobra, rest your thighs. Now inhale for 5th cobra. Stay in cobra for 5 breaths. And right here, we just explore. Pressure in the palms can kind of dig in, lengthening the front of your body. What about your glutes? Are they clenched or are they loose? It's okay if they're clenched as long as you're aware of it. You say, I am clenching my glutes because I choose to. But let's not just do it reactively, mindlessly. One more breath in. Exhale, then chin touch the mat, chest touch the mat, tuck your toes, press the plank to down dog pose. Woo! Couple breaths here, just settling in. Kind of recentering. Some beautiful down dog, strong. Now, if you're with me, over an inhale, tilt your tailbone up a little. Press into your palms. Through your exhale, step or quietly hop your feet to your hands, never pouncing or pounding. On an inhale, glance forward, lengthen your spine, remove any rounding. Exhale, fold your long spine to thighs, round the back at the very end of the exhale. Yeah, open your arms like wings. Pull your chest away from your thighs. It's a flat back. Let's get 2 breaths here as you kind of lengthen whatever you want. Spine, arms, knees, breath. Now, inhale. Shoulders come up over hips. Top of your inhale, hands are reaching high. Back bend if you decide. Exhale, fold your torso over your thighs. Head and hands down low. Breathe in, glance out. This is a lengthen. Breathe out, palms to mat. Same exhale to plank, same exhale, lower with control. You can go halfway down or you can go all the way down. Inhale for a back bend. This is cobra or up dog. Exhale, chin touch, push the plank to down dog pose. Now we already know plank, back bend, down dog is a vinyasa or a push-up. You can skip it. You can always go, from cobra right to down dog. You can skip that push-up part. You can put a table in there. Whatever you feel you need. I'm going to call a push-up just because I like push-ups. Let's just do one more of these. And let's see if we can move with the breath. Inhale, push in the palms, tilt tailbone high. Exhale, bottom of exhale, feet are at hands. Inhale, top of inhale has your back lengthened long. Exhale, bottom of exhale has nipples to knees. Arms wide, flat spine. Inhale, rise. Top of your inhale, fingertips are high. Exhale, fold. Bottom of exhale has you all the way Uttanasana. An inhale over the course takes you all the way Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale to plank. Bottom of your exhale has you all the way down or halfway down. Inhale, top of inhale lands you in your back bend. Exhale, follow your exhale all the way to down dog. Ooh, yeah. We move with the breath like that. It takes intention. We get rid of momentum and we get a little bit more muscular activity, a little more heart rate, a little more sensation, a whole lot more concentration, right? We're moving prayer. Now let's move on. Take an inhale, tilt your tailbone. Exhale, feet come to hands or forward fold. Now, inhale, lengthen out, glance forward. Exhale, bring your hands to the mat in a forward fold and put a little bend in both knees so that you got your palms down. Good. Now, breathing in, start to lift your left leg up behind you. Yeah. Now, I never said take it as high as you can take it. Just lift it up until you're feeling something. And I don't know where that is. Nobody in the world knows how high to take their leg until they start lifting their leg. When you feel glute, core, a little pelvic floor, well, then you're there. Yeah, that's it. We can call this a standing split or just bending over and lifting my leg. Yeah, cool. Now from here, with your leg, your upper leg right where it wants to be, start to open your arms like wings. Yeah, bent over, lifting the leg with my arms out wide. Now, little bend in the knee helps with balance. Start to bring your torso away from your thigh until you have your left leg and your torso maybe even or a little higher than your pelvis. Now lift arms higher than everything. Now you're just like a bird flying through the sky. Now, if you wish, straighten your right knee. Oh, balance gets challenged there. You can keep a little bend in the knee, but it's going to be hot on thigh and glute. Take another breath in and exhale it out. Over and inhale. Come up to standing. Set your left foot next to your right foot and pick up your right knee. Hug your right knee to your right nipple. Take a big breath of air. Over exhale, put your left hand on your left hip. Tilt your torso to the left. Extend your right leg out to the right wall. Right hand on right hip. It's a side kick or Bruce Lee asana. Stay here for an inhale. Stay here for an exhale. Inhale, bring right knee back in front of you. Now take your left hand and grab your right knee or the big toe of your right foot. You got choices. Good. Now, whether you're holding knee or whether you're holding foot, it's cool. How about if you're holding your foot, straighten your right leg out in front of you. But here's the thing. Rather than getting a straight knee and a bent spine, how about keep your spine tall, long, and leave a bend in your knee? More important straight spine than straight knee. No benefit to straight knee. Now from here, whether you're holding knee or foot, rotate your chest to the right wall and just see if you can reach your right fingertips to back wall. That's pretty cool. Okay. Now you can hang out here, but if you're feeling adventurous, maybe turn your gaze towards your right thumb. See what happens. Whoa, what happened? Just breathe and smile, and if you fall, don't worry about it. That's where we learn stuff. All right, let's bring chest and everything right back around front. And put both hands on your hips and bend your right knee. Good. Now take both of your hands and grab outside of your right foot. Let your right knee fall open. And just see about lifting your inner right ankle kind of somewhere in front of your heart. Yeah, let right knee fall. So the knee has so many tissues in it, and it's a precarious joint. So we're just kind of giving your right knee a notification that it's about to do something. Good. From here, put the outside of your right foot up as high on your left thigh as you please. Maybe you can get it all the way up to left hip crease. If you're in hip crease, turn your right knee towards the floor. Now put your right hand on your right hip, left hand still holding right foot. Put a little bend in your left knee. Make a shelf for your foot. Good. Now put left hand on left hip, both hands on both hips. So we're kind of in a standing half lotus, correct? Good. Now, while you breathe calmly, keep bending your left knee, squatting down as deep as you please. You might not squat at all. You may stay up. And if you get deep enough, maybe fold your torso forward and put your hands on the mat. If the hands, fingertips are down, you can straighten your left leg. And do you feel your right foot pushing into your guts? Get a little organ massage here, right? It's okay. It feels weird, but it's safe. Now from here, put another bend in your left knee, kind of squat down, shoulders coming up, bring your hands off the mat, left hand on left hip, right hand on right big toe. Inhale, stand up and open your right leg off to the right wall. Holy smokes, what is Steve smoking today? Bring your right leg out in front of you. Put right hand on right hip and just let your right leg stay where it's at. It ain't going nowhere. Take a breath. Exhale, set right foot down next to the left foot. Torso halfway forward, lift left leg behind you. Arms like wings, right back where we were before, right? Woo! And I would guess that your right leg is warm. Take a breath. Exhale, put your hands on the mat. Inhale, left leg still lifting. What the hell is that about? Exhale, set left foot down next to right foot. Take a breath, glance forward, get length. And then just fold over the course of your exhale. Now, knees bent if necessary, palms on mat. Inhale your right leg up behind you. See if I can remember what we just did on the other side now. And so just take your time. You know, I got to talk a whole lot. So take a minute to figure out what's what. How high should I take my leg? Here's another question. Should I open my hips or should I square my hips? Either way works. What are you trying to feel? Here's something. How about walk your hands towards your left foot? Maybe you take your left hand and grab your left ankle and pull your face towards your left shin. Gently, moderately. You know, no force, no aggression. If it feels like you're forcing it, well, that's a notification. Now, with your right leg up, wherever it might be, let's open our arms out like airplane wings. Start bringing torso away from left leg. Torso and right leg a little higher than pelvis, maybe. Now arms a little higher than everything. You're like an airplane flying, and some of you have encountered turbulence. That's okay. Just stay calm. Breath is deep and steady. Another breath. Exhale it out. Woo. Now inhale, come up to standing. Set your right foot next to your left foot. Pick your left knee up in front of you and hug left knee in towards left nipple. Good. So keep your left knee up high. Put hands on hips. Take a breath. And as you exhale, tilt your torso to the right. Extend your left foot out to left wall. Bruce Lee asana. Just throw that side kick. And right now, you might be experiencing all the flesh on the outside of your left thigh, left hip. Kind of cool. Kind of like that airplane thing we did on hands and knees. Inhale, bring your left knee back on in front of left chest, or maybe it's at belt level. It's personal. And the right hand takes a hold of left knee, or you take your first two fingers and hook your big toe of left foot. All the same. If you took the toe, now begin extending your left leg, but remember, straight spine, bent knee is preferable to straight knee, bent spine. We got this idea that we got to straighten the leg. I don't know what that's about, but I would kind of ignore that idea if you're hearing it. Now, whether you're holding toe or knee, how about open your chest to the left wall, and then just start reaching left hand toward the back wall. Groovy. And if you feel precocious, adventurous, bold, turn your eyes and look at your left thumb. Ooh. And if you notice one side different than the other, that's pretty cool. No judgment. Don't lay a trip on yourself. You're human. Good. Chest and eyes come right back around front. Now, put your hands on your hips. Bend your left knee. Let's reach down with both hands and take a hold of the outside of your left foot, the knife edge. Turn toes up, heel down, and just see about lifting your inner left ankle right out in front of your heart. Now, I'm hoping you're feeling something kind of outside your left butt cheek, high outer left thigh. Kind of a similar sensation to a pigeon pose, right? And we're just giving knee a little wake up, gently, like waking the baby from a nap. Now, bring your outer left foot to somewhere up on your right thigh. Maybe the crease of your right hip, maybe not. It's personal. And then with your right hand holding left foot, just let your left knee turn down towards the mat. If you're up in the hip crease, that is more doable. Down low on the thigh, it's a different story. Now put a slight bend in your right knee. You make a shelf for your left foot to stay so you can put both hands on your hips. Good. Now from here, just start squatting down into your right leg. If you feel pain in your right knee, that means back off. Don't worry, just back off. If it's uncomfortable, if it's hot and spicy, well, maybe indulge. You might want to fold forward and put hands to the mat. And if you got a foot in your hip and hands on the mat, just start to straighten your right leg and massage the organs, your innards, with the foot pressure into your belly. Cool, yeah? From here, bend your right knee again, come up off the floor, right hand on right hip, left fingers to left big toe. Inhale, stand up and open your left leg off the left wall. Here's something to play with. With your left leg off to the left side, you can turn your eyes to the right, see what happens. Parsa Dristi. Now just bring everything right around front. And with your left leg hanging out there in space, put both hands on your hips. And just take a moment to ask yourself, what the hell muscle is that holding my left leg out here? And when am I ever going to touch it again today? Ooh. One big breath of air. Exhale, set left foot next to right foot. Torso folds forward as we open our arms and lift our right leg behind us. Ooh. So we're right back to that airplane balance, right? Take a little flight as you breathe in deeply. And now breathe out and put your hands on the mat. And as you breathe in, you go, wow, my right leg is still up there. Exhale, set your right foot next to your left foot. Woo! Inhale, glance forward, lengthen spine. Exhale, come up on toes, bend knees, and put butt on heels. Oh, just a deep knee bending toe balance. You can keep your weight on your hands. That's kind of cool. Or maybe you put your hands up on your thighs. That's kind of cool. It's up to you. But let's do this. Let's open our knees away from each other. You can put hands back on the mat between your legs, or you can keep hands on your thighs. Or you want to get like all groovy, you can put fingertip of index and thumb together, back of your hands on inner knees. That's kind of cool too. Now with the back of your right hand, possibly on your inner right knee, put your left hand on your left hip, and just use your right arm to twist your chest to the left. You can stay here, or you can bring your right hand down to the mat, and now we got a right elbow on our inner right knee. Still twisting. You can stay here, or you can start bending your elbow and bring your right armpit down to your inner right knee. Kind of right side rib cage inside of inner right thigh. Woo. Where are we going? You can stay here, or you can wrap your right arm around the front of your right shin, take your left arm around your back, and maybe your fingers meet somewhere outside of your right thigh. Maybe, maybe not. Did you know you can grab a hold of a shirt? There's some Lululemons, and it's just as good as finger bind. And now just use a little muscularity to just pull into a twist. So what do we got here? Deep knee bend, a toe balance, and a twist. Woo, release, come back center. Thank God we only have two sides. Back of your left hand, inner left knee, right hand on right hip. And just press into so your chest turns to the right wall, towards. Again, stay here or just move your arm down so elbow is inside knee. Stay here or bring armpit inside knee. And you can stay here. You're still getting twist, getting toe balance and knee bend. If you wish though, you could take the bind, wrap your left arm around the front of your left shin. your right arm around to the backyard. Fingers might meet, might not. And just use your bind to open your right shoulder towards ceiling. Can you roll your left shoulder back while you're twisting? Wow, that's pretty weird, right? It's kind of cool. Now, I know what you're thinking. Holy smokes, my calves and ass are burning. So let go and come back center. Ugh. Palms together at chest, bring knees together. Reach up on an inhale. Exhale, hands to the mat, drop heels, lift butt, drop head, Uttanasana. Wow. So let's take our first two fingers and hook our big toes. Now kind of half lift to where your arms are straight. Glance forward, pull your heart out between your arms, roll your shoulders back. This is an inhale. Now exhale, biceps, bend your elbows and pull your long spine towards thighs, maybe between thighs. You might want to do that a couple times. The second time you inhale your heart towards the mat, and you just pull a little deeper. It's personal. When you find that spot between too much, not enough, drop your head, rest your neck, keep biceps engaged, and just breathe in this very, very deep forward fold. So torso and thighs are really contacted. How do we breathe deep? Breathe through the side of the ribs, the back of the heart. You can still breathe deep and steady. Oh, yeah, cool. Oh, now, let go of your toes. Bend your knees up to 90 degrees. Try to bring butts at the same height as knees. Torso stays on thighs, nipples on knees. Reach your biceps, ears, fingertips towards front wall, nose pointed at mat. Now just start reaching fingertips and tailbone away from each other. All right, are you ready? Here we go. Keep your knees right where they're at. Don't straighten, keep them bent right where they're at. Lift your torso and arms up towards the ceiling. Stay deep, stay deep. Now pop up on your toes, lift your heels. Woo, still sitting deep. I know it's burning. You don't see me doing it. Take a deep breath. Exhale, begin to stand. Stay up on toes. Once you get all the way to standing up on toes, inhale, reach as high as you can. Exhale, lower your heels and put your right hand on your outer right thigh. Left hand is up there all by its lonesome. Inhale, tickle the ceiling with your left fingertips. Now exhale and bend your torso to the right. Let your right hand walk down your thigh. Left arm is long, like it's going to tickle where the wall meets the ceiling. Take a few breaths here and discover the depth of your side bend. I have no idea, only you know. Here's something to play with. Can you kind of lift your right hip while you press into your left heel? Oh, something may open, right? Now inhale, come up center and switch. Left hand on left outer thigh. Now breathe out and just take bend to the left. And you take a few breathing cycles here to find your spot. And enhancements are kind of lifting left hip crest while pushing into right foot. Think of ribs coming up and over. Up, lengthening lumbar spine, low spine, up and over. Yeah. Good. Inhale, come up center, reaching high. Exhale, bend your knees and sit down into chair. Take a breath. Exhale, bring your left elbow outside or to the top of right thigh, palms together, towards your heart. Let's get a couple breaths here because it might be that your thumbs are like at right nipple. So let each exhale press a little more into the twist. Not looking for pain, not looking for force, just finding the edges, reasonable edges. And I know the tendency is to stand out of it, but try to sit a little deeper. There's no risk of injury, just heat. Inhale, come back. You know if there's risk of injury because it's pain. Exhale, right elbow, left thigh, top of thigh, outer thigh. Sometimes people want to take the armpit around your thigh. Personal. And palms are together. They're probably closer to nipple than they are heart. So use a few exhales to just explore the twist. And I know it's fiery. It's really sweet and spicy. But if your knees aren't hurting, your back aren't hurting, you're safe. It's just a little discomfort, kind of like the vicissitudes of life. Inhale, come back to chair. Exhale, sit a little deeper. I know you want, it's about to happen. Deep breath. Exhale, fold. Oh, yeah. How's that feel? Do you feel the wash of sensation all over your body with this Uttanasana? How sweet is that? Inhale, glance forward. Exhale, hands to mat. Step or hop the plank, lower with control, please. Last vinyasa, make it sweet. Inhale for back bending. Exhale to down dog. Take a deep breath of air. Exhale, lower your knees to a table pose. Cross your shins behind you deeply and just sit back, putting your butt to the mat. And how about legs out front, the soles of your feet together, knees falling away from each other. Butterfly, Baddha Konasana, all the different names for this thing. Or just sitting with heels towards groin and knees open. Now you can take your hands and grab the outsides of your feet or the front of your ankles. And let an inhale lift your ribs out of your pelvis, lift breastbone and pubic bone away from each other. Keep this length, exhaling, bicep strength. Bend your elbows and bring your torso forward. Think forward rather than down. Nose and breastbone are forward. Now you get about part way. How about same thing? Inhale, keep looking, lengthening. Now exhale, maybe a little more. Maybe elbows are in thighs helping out here. And at the bottom of this exhale, now round your back and drop your head. And oh my God, awesome. How sweet is that, right? And here we are. I'm over my time limit. How come I can't stay within the clock? Just keep breathing. You guys are good. You guys are great. I ain't going nowhere. We're not done. Woo. All right. Come on up right. And just take your legs straight out in front of you. I've got another treat for you. Bending your right knee, bring your inner right ankle to your outer right hip. You know hero seat? So this is like half a hero seat, Ardha Virasana. Now, instead of knees together, just right hand to right shin. Just open your right knee out to the side. Make a check mark with your legs, okay? Rotate your chest so that it's kind of pointing to the side wall. And just sort of lean the left side body towards left thigh. Take your left hand, palm up, slide it under your inner right thigh and see if you can hook the front of your right shin. Your right hand will be on the mat somewhere in front, kind of like a kickstand, help balance. Now you can stay right here. This can be every bit of the pose. Maybe lengthening breastbone away from pelvis, you can bring your right shoulder or your left shoulder down inside of your left knee or towards there. Right hand is still on the mat, kind of helping you open chest, kind of helping you balance. Left hand is anchored on the front of your right shin. You can stay here. This is just fine and dandy. If you wish, sweep your right arm up And exhale, drop over your right ear. Take a hold of outer left foot with right hand. And if you're at that point, using grip strength, right hand pulls on left foot, left hand pulls on right shin, gently find the edge of your rotation in this variation of Parita Janu Sirsasana, revolved head to knee. And while you're here, how about some deep breathing with each exhale, dropping your right butt back down to the mat. No rush. Let it settle down into it. Soften. Ooh. So if you'll allow me, I'll walk you out. Right hand releases left foot. Bring it to the mat. Somewhere that feels stable. Return it to kickstand mode. Use right hand to push into the mat to bring your torso up off of your left leg. Release your left hand, slide it out from underneath the inner right thigh. Both hands on the mat bring you upright. Oh, maybe you were just rewarded with a little head rush there. Let's bring right leg straight out in front. Bending your left knee, inner left ankle goes to outer left hip. And instead of knees together, we're just going to open wide, right? And check mark. Now we're going to point chest off towards left wall. Slight leaning, torso, right side body over right thigh. We're not bending, we're leaning long. Right palm up, slide it under your inner left thigh. See if you can catch the front of your left shin. Maybe you just grab some hamstring here. Only you know. Left hand is the kickstand. It helps you push into the rotation. Like think about bringing your right nipple towards left wall as your left hand pushes your left shoulder towards the right wall. And maybe you start swiggling, gently persuading your right shoulder, right side body down inside of your right thigh, right knee. Maybe you stop, maybe you found the edge and that's good and you hang out and start the deep breathing. Maybe it's okay for a little more. You can sweep your left arm up and over, drop it over your left ear. Just take a hold of the outside of your right foot. If you have the hold on both shin and foot, pull into them with a little grip string, gently opening your rotation, rotating right, left side body, opening. Maybe you look up underneath your left arm. And these are just slight movements over exhales. Let the exhale carry you to your personal depth of this pose. At any time you find yourself forcing, say, hey, self, why the hell am I forcing? And if you have a really good, reasonable answer, keep forcing. If not, back off. What's the reason, right? Now, if you'll allow me, your left hand releases the foot, comes back to the mat, slowly walking it like tarantula back to kickstand mode. And you just use your left hand to start helping you up. Right hand releases that grip. It just slides out from under your inner left thigh. It comes to the mat and it helps your torso continue to come upright. There's no hurries as we exit out of this. It's a very, very deep pose. So gentle, gentle. Bring both legs out in front of you. We're going to do one sweet little core technique on our way out. So legs are together, straight ahead, like a dandasana. Reach your arms forward so they're kind of parallel to the planet, like you're holding a ball out in front of you. Roll your shoulders into your armpits. Take a breath of air. Exhale, just start straight, long spine. Just begin to come down like you're going the boat, even though legs are on the ground. And the bottom of your exhale has you halfway there, like boat, right? So you take another breath here halfway down. And then exhale, just come another halfway down. And right about now is where the shaking might begin. So take another breath. And then exhale, maybe another halfway down. And now probably definitely shaking. So one more breath. Exhale all the way down. Drop your arms out to the sides. Kick your heels away. Let your feet fall open. And rest. Yeah, it went just a little bit longer, but still short and sweet. So please stay here in this resting pose and get every bit of it. No hurries coming out. I want to thank all of you for all the Fridays you spent with me. So much love and gratitude. I hope to see all of you in the studio next week.